And we are live. Good evening, everybody who's watching us. I'm Dr. Vani, and on behalf of Vedantu, I'm very happy, extremely proud, super thrilled because I'm 110% sure इस पूरे देश में आज जो चीज मैं आपको बताने वाली हूँ, absolutely no one is doing it. So it gives me a lot of pride, a lot of happiness, and most importantly, a lot of this great feeling of contentment that we are building something and we are doing something which is for the safety of each and every child of not only Vedantu but India. We are industry leaders when it comes to child safety. हम बहुत seriously लेते हैं बच्चों की सेफ्टी को और इस चीज को कि अगर कोई भी बच्चा अपने घर से पढ़ रहा है तो वो बच्चा ऑनलाइन भी उतना ही सेफ हो जितना हम सोचते हैं हर एक बच्चा अपने घर में होता है. आई एम सुपर थ्रिल्ड टू हैव three students who have the courage to come out and talk about their stories to inspire hundreds and thousands of you जो आज ये lecture देखेंगे और आने वाले दिनों में ये lecture देखेंगे, so that taking inspiration from their stories you can be so much more wiser and you cannot fall into the trap of cyberbullying. I have somebody here with me whom I've known for more than 5 years now. Somebody who has spearheaded this entire, इस मुहिम को आगे बढ़ाया. This entire thing wouldn't have been possible without the relentless efforts of the AVP of operations, Mr. Sridhar R. So I welcome Sridhar sir here with me. I've seen him work on this particular bit day in, day out with his very small team, particularly for this huge team that he has. But very few closed people working constantly on this with the ministry, with NGOs, trying to formulate policies which are, I am 100% sure, going to govern how child safety will be in our country in years and decades to come. So I welcome Nandini, I welcome Swati, I welcome Nikki, and I welcome Sridhar sir here with a lot of josh, enthusiasm ki aaj ka session is going to be a real eye opener for you. Sir, before I take on these three girls, would you like to say something?
First of all, thank you. Thanks for having me here. It is great to interact with the students and you, Vani ma'am. And yeah, it's a very proud moment on what we are doing. And surely we will be talking more in today and even in the coming days. And kudos to Nikki, Nandini, and Swati, right? It takes a lot of courage to come forward and talk about something what they have faced on the cyber abuse and the cyberbullying. And this should be the eye opener for many of us to talk. The talking about what we face is the first step towards the solution what we are building. That's great, and looking forward for hearing brave girls and also adding my inputs or whatever the best solutions we can bring on the table here. Very super happy to be here interacting with you guys.
Perfect, Sridhar sir. So I think kids, now I'll tell you, all of those who are listening to us on the brand channel, on Vedantu Biotronic, on all other channels, see how this entire thing is going to be. I don't want, number one, you to keep this information with you. Sridhar sir has taken his time out. These three brave, smart, intelligent girls have taken their time out. I'm there, running this entire show for you. What I want you to do is, I want you to, number one, spread, share this. You never know कौन किस चीज से affected है. So please make sure कि आप इन चीजों के बारे में बात करें अपने पेरेंट्स से, अपने टीचर से, अपने फ्रेंड्स से, अपने सोसाइटी मेंबर से. सबको ये वीडियो दिखाइए, उनको बताइए कि yes, cyber bullying is real. And what are we doing to make our platform safe, to make our platform safe for every child who comes, and doing this for a bigger good. So आज अब ये क्या होने वाला है that in the next 30 minutes, yes, I just want your 30 minutes of attention, that's it. In the next 30 minutes, one by one, we will first go to Swati, and then we go to Nandini, and then we go to Nikki, and then we finally go to Thoma Elizabeth. So we go to these four girls. We will first ask them to speak for a few minutes talking about their problem. And then I will have Sridhar sir, and I will also have them कि उन्होंने इस problem को कैसे solve किया, खुद बच्चियों ने क्या किया, कहाँ गई, कैसे किया. Then I will have Sridhar sir because उन्होंने 2 ढाई 3 साल से इसी problem पर बातें की हैं, policies बनाई हैं, सोचा है. तो आप में से काफी लोग इन चारों बच्चों की कहानियों के साथ रिलेट करेंगे। अब उन कहानियों से बच्चियों ने कैसे सॉल्व किया, और एज एज एन एक्सपर्ट ही विल गाइड यू कि आप क्या कर सकते हो अगर कभी भी आप ऐसी सिचुएशन में, और वेदांत तो क्या कर रहा है, आप क्या कर सकते हो। सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी मोर टाइम, आई विल hand over the mic to you, Swati. Over to you. Can you please explain what you went through and how it took a toll on your, how cyberbullying actually takes a toll on your mental health? So over to you, Swati.
Hey, good evening to everyone. This is Swati, and I'm super happy to interact with Vani Ma'am and Sridhar sir along with such a super child. And really, I'm very grateful to Vedantu giving chance to needs. Yeah, actually, this is very flammable topic to talk about. And yeah, actually, I have faced it twice in the time span of last 1.5 years. So the first thing that I was faced was like I was being stalked through my contact number, and basically it was leaked from my school through some of
Sridhar
my
sir, can you
friends.
please mute
And
yourself because I feel there's some echo which is happening. Guys, everybody, Nikki, Nandini, Thoma, can we all mute yourself ourselves? Swati, chaliye, please continue. Hanji.
yeah, and I have faced very disgusting experience basically twice in the span of last 1.5 years. And that time was such very devastating for me. And first of all, I was being stalked through my number. And in starting, I didn't know about that. One day, my friend was telling me that, see, your number is circulating. And I was like, whoa, how? So then I got to know that it was leaked from one of my group, and then followed by dozens of weird and creepy messages on my WhatsApp. And I blocked one, then I got a message from another, and it just continued. When I report there and block that contact on Telegram from the same person or same group, I got uncountable texts, and in like 2 or 3 weeks, that turned into vulgarity and devastating threat for me. They used to threaten me like that, if you don't do this, then I will do that and all. So I knew that they are not going to do anything because they don't have that accessibility. And then firstly, I think that blocking will sort out everything. But it didn't turn about that. And then as the time passed, I need to talk to my family. And then one of my teacher really helped me a lot. And then uh, after talking to my family and teacher, we come to a conclusion that let's give them some hint that I'm going to complain in police. So a strong hint worked there, and yeah, it worked luckily. And after 2 to 3 months of that incident, second time I was harassed by one of my good friend. And being harassed by your good friend is like something no one never imagined. And then she tried to torture me and defame me mentally. Basically, she did that's why, because once she asked me for help, but I denied because I was not supposed to do that, and in fact I don't have time, so that's why I just denied very politely. But she took it in her ego, and then she along with her cousins tried me to defame by using my pictures and all. And she made enormous effect. Obviously she was my friend, so she knows quite obvious that she knew my major ups and downs. And I didn't have that much of clue that she will go to that extent and harmed me so much. So this time she tried, and somehow she achieved it little bit. Basically she defamed me little but my parents and my friends, other friends also stood with me, supported me. And then both of that incidents were very heartbreaking, shocking, obviously disgusting for me. And first one was not so much of deteriorating because I thought that yeah, it was something that some people just used to time pass. You know what? In our society, some people bullied or harassed someone just for their entertainment. And then but being harassed and afflicted by my close friend was very deteriorating. In fact, I have overcome it majorly, but still sometimes when I thought about it, then it's like it's proving nightmare. And yeah, basically the thing that I have done was talk to your family, talk to your parents, because parents is understanding. We as a teenager think that parents just will not understand us, but this is very wrong because they are someone that love us the most. And of course teachers also, because in institution where you study or go, parents are not there, so teacher will help it out. So basically my point of view is that don't suppress it, come forward and talk about it, because most cyberbullying cases remain unreported because society hide issues from higher authority like police and school and college or parents, just in fear of defamation and stigma attached to it. So this is from my side.
First of all, Swati, you spoke so well. Super kudos to you. You spoke absolutely brilliantly. There are 3 points which stood out. I would like to highlight it for the kids. Number one is the rock solid support of your family. Super amazing, and the way you highlighted that family should be there. So I would urge everybody कि यार family तो है. आपने जैसे बोला that family आप पे believe करेगी और family took care of you during the first and the second episode. Amazing. सेकंड जो आपकी बात से पता चला मुझे स्वाति, जो बहुत अमेजिंग लगा मुझे, वो था कि यार हाउ ओपनली यू टोल्ड कि आपके क्लोज फ्रेंड ने बुली किया. सो चिल्ड्रन प्लीज डोंट ट्रस्ट एनीबडी इन एन ऑनलाइन सेटअप. ठीक है, आप किसी को फिजिकली जानते हो, स्कूल कॉलेज में जानते हो, दूसरी बात है, पर ऑनलाइन प्लीज ऐसे क्लोज फ्रेंड्स मत बनाइए. एंड थर्ड, मुझे एक बहुत अमेजिंग चीज आपने जो बोली स्वाति वो अच्छी लगी, दैट बच्चों एक एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए भी लोग परेशान करते हैं. सो समटाइम्स रिपोर्ट इट, ब्लॉक इट, बट डोंट लेट इट गेट टू योर हार्ट, बिकॉज सामने वाले को कोई काम ही नहीं है. People sometimes just for the heck of it, sake of it, do it. And yes, one more thing, Swati, जिसके ऊपर Sridhar sir, I'm going to come to you. Swati, brilliant Swati. So my question to you, Sridhar sir, are 3 questions. And I want बच्चों को, मतलब आप अच्छे से बच्चों को समझाइएगा. स्वाति ने एंड में जैसे बोला सर कि हम डिफेमेशन से डरते हैं, हम इसीलिए सोसाइटी के पास जाते नहीं हैं. तो व्हाट वुड यू वांट टू टेल दोज किड्स हु आर स्केयर्ड ऑफ सच थिंग्स? एंड सर, ये जो हम ब्लॉक कर देते हैं सिर्फ, इज दैट इनफ? जैसे स्वाति ने बोला पहली बार व्हाट्सएप आए, इज दैट इनफ टू जस्ट ब्लॉक समबडी? एंड जैसे एक तीसरी चीज जो स्वाति ने बोली कि उनके पेरेंट्स ने जब उनको डराया धमकाया, थ्रेट दिया, तो फिर वो लोग पहले एपिसोड में डर गए. सो 3 क्वेश्चन सर, कि डिफेमेशन से जो बच्चे डरते हैं, आपका मैसेज उनको क्या होगा? बिकॉज यू बीन इन दिस फॉर सच अ लॉन्ग टाइम. स्पेसिफिकली डिफेमेशन या बेइज्जती हो जाना, लोग क्या कहेंगे से जो डरते हैं, वो एक बहुत बड़ा एक प्रॉब्लम होता है. जैसे स्वाति ने बहुत करेक्टली बोला, ब्लॉकिंग से काम चलता है क्या सर, या फर्स्ट स्टेज पे करना चाहिए, बच्चे अपने आप ब्लॉक कर दे, पेरेंट्स को बता के ब्लॉक कर दे, इज दैट इनफ, इज दैट फाइन, रादर देन रिपोर्टिंग, बिकॉज वो लंबा पड़ जाता है काम? और तीसरा इज हाउ टू थ्रेटन. अगर पेरेंट्स भी ये लेक्चर देख रहे हैं, हाउ कैन पेरेंट्स एंड चिल्ड्रन एट देयर ओन स्टेज बिफोर गोइंग टू पुलिस, नॉट एवरीबडी वांट्स टू डू दैट इनिशियली सर, इट्स वेरी हेक्टिक, हम जाएंगे रिपोर्ट. सो हाउ, व्हाट कैन दे डू अ गुड थ्रेट सर?
Thank you. I think Swati has done all the right things. To be very frank, बहुत सारे बच्चे नहीं करते हैं, right? The first thing I would, ma'am, I heard all the question, but I will go with what Swati's narration was, right? So first thing which she did so great is the blocking. And I recommend every student, if someone comes to you and is troubling you in any means, right? It can be the cyber abuse. Sometimes it can be the spamming also, right? कोई बच्चे होते हैं सिर्फ हाय हाय बोलते हैं, या गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड इवनिंग, गुड आफ्टरनून, लंच हो गया क्या? This is spamming also. It's not, but it disturbs, right? We are also here for studies and all at this age. तो उनको ब्लॉक करो पहले, but just don't block. There is an option of report. वी ऑल थिंक कि टेलीग्राम एंड व्हाट्सएप पे जो रिपोर्ट होता है उसका एक्शनिंग नहीं होता है. गाइस, ये बहुत ही स्ट्रांगली एक्शनिंग होता है. आप रिपोर्ट करो, right? There is a team in every the tech solution which will be looking why these reports are coming. It will ask why are you reporting, and kindly do that. But what is the challenge here is, right, this blocking or reporting इतना effective नहीं है at this present stage. I'm surely that will become very effective in the coming days. And the person who is into this, right, who is there to trouble another person, he finds a way to come with another number or come with another ID. ये stop नहीं होता है, right? Therefore, again I'm repeating what Swati did. First thing was good, block करो. एक बार नहीं, दो बार नहीं, 10 बार आएगा, 10 बार block करते जाओ, so that we are saying this is not right and I'm blocking, right? Usse bhi, I know it is a lot of stress that whenever he is reaching out back to back, right? The second best thing what she did is reaching out to the parents and the teacher, right? The two great companion what a student has. One is one our parents who are at home. The second is the teachers or school where we spend the maximum active time of the day, right? So reaching out to them is the right thing because they have to be informed. They need to know what you guys are going. अगर कल ये थोड़ा serious हुआ, they are the one who are going to stand there and support you. Now ये जो threat किया था वो सही है, right? I would also like you can also register a complaint. बहुत simple है. दो नंबर से हम एंड में दे देंगे. वन है साइबर सेल का, दूसरा है child care ka. On this number you can just call them and they will take care of you. And yahan pe, right, wherever I have worked so far with all the agencies and the NGOs, we have seen one thing is the students are taken care. There will be no defamation. You will be not, your name or your pictures will be not put out during the process, or when we are tackling the student, or we are tackling the another the person who is troubling you, right? So no need to worry about the defamation and all, because the our system and all the people who are working towards the betterment of the student and the children, they will ensure that you would be not harmed there. So let us go forward and let us complain if required. Most of the time, as soon as you block, many people will stop there. As soon as your parents talk to them or you do the threat, they will stop there. Even though they don't stop there, I would recommend go forward, complain, right? उस complain के बाद be not worried, the defamation and वगैरह का tension नहीं है. You will be safeguarded on that front.
Thank you so much, sir. That was completely nicely encapsulated and explained. Perfect. And Swati, hats off to you. Kudos, bache. Keep up the spirit of fighting. Keep up the spirit of resilience. And I'm sure you will go places. Never ever bow down to cowards, because मैं हमेशा रखती हूँ कि जो भी bullies होते हैं, जो भी लोग ऐसे काम करते हैं behind ambiguity, behind closed doors, किसी नंबर से digitally, वो अंदर ही अंदर बहुत बड़े कावर्ड्स होते हैं, और ऐसे लोगों को वो बुली नहीं कर सकते, वो इनफैक्ट डरपोक होते हैं. ऐसे लोगों को उनकी राइटफुल प्लेस दिखाना बहुत जरूरी है. सो सुपर अमेजिंग. Nandini, I come to you next. Just like Swati, can you narrate your story and what did you do about it, and how did you come out stronger? So over to you, Nandini.
Good evening, ma'am, and good evening, sir. This is Nandini. Today, I am going to share my friend's story. I'm a student of Vedantu, and Vedantu is a very much safe platform. There was a boy. He was my friend's friend, and after some time, they came in a relationship. After some time, that boy said that if you love me, so send your naked pics. Then my friend denied to send those pics, but then she said that you didn't love me. If you share your naked pics, then you prove that you love me, or otherwise you don't love me. So when she shared her photos, because in burden of his boyfriend or a friend, then he shared then the boy started blackmailing her, bullying her, and said her to brought money from her house, and she started stealing money from her house because she was blackmailing by her friend. Then one day she came to me and tell all the problems. Then and she said that could you help me to give me money? Then I give to him. Then I said, "Kab tak chalega ye?" I said, "One day your parents known about this. So why we don't told them today?" So firstly she's scared to told to her parents, but when finally she told to her parents support her and tell her, "We are always with you in every situation when you don't have any mistake written by you." So then her parents take strict action on that boy, and then now she is a very bright student of her school. Our parents always with us when we are in trouble. We never scared from our parents. We always be friendly with our parents. I recommend it to all of you. Make your best friend to your parents. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nandini. Again, these children are so smart, Sridhar sir. They already have such an amazing, amazing message. Super amazing, Nandini. Thank you so much, first of all, for being a very smart friend of taking out your friend from this kind of a problem. And number two, for this super amazing message that you gave. Yes, parents indeed are your best friends. श्रीधर सर, एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन है यहाँ पर जनरली, जैसे मुझे भी लगता है बहुत बार बच्चों को एक्सप्लेन करते हो सर, अगर गलती हो गई ऐसी जो उस एज में नॉर्मल है, समझ नहीं आता इन दैट इमोशनल थिंग, what can they do? Because there are so many of my students also, sometimes they reach out to me on various platforms with a similar thing. Photo share कर दी, number share कर दिया, relationship में पड़ गए, parents को नहीं बताया, some mistake which is according to them a mistake because obviously parents ने पढ़ने के लिए बोला है तो वो शायद नहीं समझेंगे. If they do, so parents के पास तो जाना ही है, but you are already a parent, you know, you've been doing this. What is the easiest way to approach a parent or a teacher in this way? What are your thoughts on this?
So, ma'am, Nandini, thanks for that. So, I will come on that, but before that, I just want
Shri, आप थोड़ा बीच में glitch कर रहे हो.
this
Very
message
little,
to
but you're
every
glitching a
student
little bit.
there. Okay, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, your video has frozen,
Okay.
but you are audible. हाँ जी.
Okay. So, message to all my friends and the bright citizens of our country, right? थोड़ा focus रखते हैं towards the study and all. I know that's the age where we try to, get influenced or get attracted to certain things, but not the right thing to do. And I want everyone to, more be focused towards the studies. Have fun, have a healthy fun. Play sports. Go for a. You like watching a movie, watch a movie. You want to go to some documentary, do that. You invest your energy at the right places. That's my message to the larger group. As Nandini was talking about a friend who fell into relationship. That's not the right age to do that. तो वो मेरा पहला सजेशन है फॉर एवरीवन. द सेकंड, राइट, हो जाती है गलतियां, राइट. फोन नंबर शेयर कर दिया, कभी हमने शेयर किया, कोई और ने उठाया, फोटो शेयर कर दिया, कभी प्रेशर में शेयर कर दिया, कोई ब्लैकमेल कर दिया, कभी कभी हमने सोचा यार इनोसेंट है, मैं शेयर कर देती हूँ या कर लेता हूँ, एंड देन द पर्सन मिसयूजेस, राइट. You need to reach out to someone. That's the first point यहाँ पे, right? You need to identify who is that right person. And I also understand the anxiety what you guys have around the parents, कि parents इसको कैसे लेंगे, right? क्या मुझे डांटेंगे, क्या घर से बाहर निकालेंगे, क्या? There are a lot of thoughts which runs when you are in trouble. Incident has happened, now you are in trouble, and how do you come out? You need to figure out that one angel who, and we all will have angels, right, in various forms. It can be your cousin, it can be your elder sister, elder brother, right, maybe a grandparents, maybe an uncle, or maybe an aunt. So guys, you have to have a one buddy in your life, right? The buddy for whom you can go for the right suggestions, the buddy whom you can go to take a shoulder and support in whenever you are in a trouble, because this should not be kept to yourself, and whatever the Nandini's friend was facing was not the right thing. It has to be addressed. To address, you need to come forward, and you have to identify that who is that one particular person with whom you can discuss, who can help you. And there are various suggestions, and I'm sure the buddy will be senior. Please, not a junior buddy. Junior buddy ke liye, you are the supporting shoulder, right? Someone who can handle the situation. उस buddy को identify करना बहुत important है, and buddy can be in family or outside the family also. Like in this case, I would say what Nandini herself was the buddy, right? Whatever the help she provided, she's a great angel for the Nandini's friend there, right? It could be a school teacher, it could be another teacher or a friend or anyone. But ma'am, the whole point here is हमें वो एक angel को ढूंढना है हमारे life में. And not only incident happens, not happens, you need to have someone who is your guide, mentor, angel, जो भी बोलो, उनके साथ discuss करना ही है. This has to come out and this has to stop, right? This kind of blackmailing is not the right thing. and it's a criminal offense also, right? And we need to stop before it becomes very serious. But more importantly, my message is for every student out there, right? Uh, Let us focus our energy at the right direction at this age. There is a lot of life left to be in relation, to see the other part of the life after studies there.
थैंक यू सर, ब्यूटिफुली एक्सप्लेन. एब्सोल्युटली बच्चों, देखो हर एक चीज का टाइम होता है. Another 3, 4, 5 years of your life are just meant for your studies to have long term benefits. But given, even then, hormonal changes, whatever, because of which, even if you've gotten into something, don't कीप रिपीटिंग दैट ऑफेंस. गलती हो गई तो भी ब्लैकमेल हो गया बाय चांस, तो उसके बाद पैसे देते रहो, दोबारा फोटो शेयर कर दो, अब मैं ऐसा कर दूंगा तो देन टेक कंट्रोल. रिमेंबर, मैं जो बात आपको बता रही हूँ, जो भी लोग पर्दे के पीछे से किसी हिडन फोन नंबर से आपको डराते हैं, धमकाते हैं, अंदर से वो बहुत डरपोक होते हैं. And the right way to stand up against any bully is to show courage, show strength, show conviction. That is the only way to scare them. And trust me, हो सकता है guys, ये तो मैं out of experience कह रही हूँ, been a teacher for 13 years now. हो सकता है पहली बार पेरेंट्स आपको 2 थप्पड़ भी मार दे, गिवन. हो सकता है पहली बार पेरेंट्स आपको झाड़ दे, फटकार दे, डांटे, बोले तुझे घर से निकाल देंगे. But eventually there's one person who will stand by you after the heat of the moment will be your parents. हो सकता है 2 सेकंड के लिए पेरेंट्स गुस्सा हो जाए. हाँ जी सर, प्लीज कम, यू वांटेड टू से समथिंग.
वो आई थिंक उनका राइट भी है, बिकॉज नथिंग रॉन्ग देयर, राइट? वी नीड टू फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड दे आर द पेरेंट्स एंड दे आर गोइंग टू बी विद अस. एंड मैम, बहुत बार इन द चाइल्ड सेफ्टी हमें ऐसे केसेस आती है जहां स्टूडेंट्स आर वेरी स्केर्ड, मेरे पेरेंट्स को मत बताओ. बट व्हेन वी से नहीं, हम बताएंगे, हम डिस्कस करेंगे, एंड व्हेन वी टेक दिस टू द पेरेंट, राइट, to be very surprised, all parents, 100% of parents so far has been on the side of their kids. हाँ, कुछ केसेस में डांटे हैं, कुछ केसेस में हमारे सामने उनको थप्पड़ भी पड़ी है, बट उसके बाद इट्स अ हीट ऑफ द मोमेंट, दे आर आल्सो बिट एंग्री बिकॉज दिस हैपेंड, राइट? बट एंड ऑफ द डे द पेरेंट, we all have the parent. I am a parent now. I know we will be with the students, and they are the best mentees, friends, and everyone. The approach, if you ask me who should be the first person whom we need to approach when we are in trouble, it should be the parent.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, absolutely. और बच्चों, हो सकता है कि वो 2 सेकंड के लिए डांट दे, but that's okay. Eventually they will, आपके पीछे जो rock solid खड़े होंगे वो आपके parents ही होंगे. So thank you so much, Nandini. That was a very nice case, and thank you for being that angel. As sir had said, you became an angel for someone. That is super amazing. Nikki, because Thoma raised her hand, I know it's your turn. You came number 3, but we'll come to you towards the end, and you will be the grand closure of the ceremony. Thoma, over to you. Your problem, and then we have a discussion on it.
Hello. Hello, ma'am. I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible. Thoma, please continue.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm the student of Vedantu, and it was so good, and the teachers was Vedantu is so helpful for me, and you also, ma'am. And I want to share my bitter experience which I face in my mobile phone, which was I literally talking to someone. I'm in Snapchat. Some guys would chat me like a friends. Initially it was so good, and initially 1 or 2 days, and then in sometimes after they want to see my photos and they ask for show your photo without dress and all of that. I want your clarity. I love you. So that kind of messages they won't. I accept that when they send me, and I strictly told them, and I blocked their contacts, all of that. Even the which guy I don't know. He's from 9th standard, and also the guy from which age, 20, 21, 22, all of that. So like that they request us, and Initially 1 or 2 days they talk to us continuously, and sometimes they ask for photos and address and all of that. So to facing that kind, I appreciate my parents, and I completely deleted those apps and those messages. And I discuss it to my teachers, and they told it's okay, you don't take care of it, you have just concentrate on your studies. So that's motivation helped me to came back in the bad situation. It is a toughest one of the situation which I face after using the mobile, ma'am. So I request all the my friends, which was Swati, Nandini, they talked so correctly. So appreciate them also. So like that, we don't talk to another person which is no need. So and have a good friends, they also helpful for us. So thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, Thoma. First, thank you so much for being very
Thanks.
honest and initially in praise of Vedantu. I hope now you've come out of all of that. You've learned that these apps can be a little dangerous, and most importantly, I'm 100% sure you're studying very well and you'll be a doctor or an engineer or whatever you want to become. So super amazing there, Thoma. And yes, one point which has really come out of your talk are these apps. So sometimes, and second thing which has come out of your app, which I've written down is, हमें किसी की identity का पता ही नहीं होता इन चीजों में. So you don't really know who's behind that wheel or curtain जो है, यार असली में वो कौन है. And these apps somewhere sometimes they're for fun or little distraction while studies पढ़ते पढ़ते बोर हो गए, but they can also be very dangerous. So you need to exert a lot of caution while using these apps. So yes, Thoma, thank you for pointing this out. And Shrita sir, would you want to tell something? Any incident? आपको और कोई incident जहाँ app के through कुछ, because our platform is very safe, but these other apps may or may not be that safe, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. So first thing is, Toma, I'm happy you came forward and spoke, and good that now you have, out of this, the whole trauma what you have faced after talking to your parents and teacher. First thing, I think Vani ma'am rightly pointed out, right, guys, you need to be very clear on which app you want to be or which app you don't want to be. Try to avoid, contacting the unknown persons. तो वाणी मैम हमारे जो चाइल्ड सेफ्टी में जब भी काम हुआ, राइट, मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में almost 3/4 of the cases the person is an unknown person, right? And when we start interacting with someone whom we don't know, right? When I say we don't know, is that we don't know where is his house or anything. I think अभी ये थोड़ा ऑनलाइन में ना ये हो गया कि मैं बैंगलोर में बैठा हूँ, आई एम चैटिंग विद समवन इन सम अदर सिटी एंड ऑल. We until we don't have that trust, right, कि उनसे नहीं मिले हैं, and we know that he's a very genuine user, I would ask all the students to avoid those contacts, right? And second, again
Sir,
with the
I
same
also want
point,
to
if you see
one small question here. I might sound very naive, but मैं बच्चों के chats पे देख रही थी बायोट्रॉनिक पे दूसरे चैनल पे. लाइक वाई डू के मतलब देखो हम तो बड़े हो गए हैं, तो हमें पता है जैसे बचपन में कहते थे अच्छा ट्रेन का खाना नहीं खाना, स्ट्रेंजर ने खाना दिया नहीं खाना, किसी से बात नहीं, वो बेसिक अपनी सीट पे बैठना, सीट छोड़ के जाना नहीं, अभी जैसे बोलते हैं बार बार बात नहीं करना किसी से, फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट. बट व्हाई डू दीज किड्स स्टिल डू इट? दे आर नॉट नेम सर, स्मार्ट है बच्चा, ऐसा भी नहीं है कि डोप है, पता ही नहीं है. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू व्हाट इज इट द थ्रिल? Like why do they do it? And then they get into something which takes away their mental peace, which shatters their confidence, which kind of also I feel, sir, things like this left you leave you a little perturbed over a long time, and which can have a lot of other ramifications. आपका पढ़ाई में मन नहीं लगेगा, आपको डर लगने लग जाएगा, मे बी स्ट्रेंजर से बात करने में लग जाएगा, तो आपको you might need a little therapy later on. But why do kids do it, sir? I really want you, I mean, like आपने कितने cases देखे होंगे, why? And if you could put little light on that, इतना कह के भी नहीं करना नहीं करना नहीं करना, then again they do it. And not from any, I'm not coming from a space where I'm angry on them, sir, but there is concern that क्यों क्यों ऐसा
yes.
करते हैं और क्या कर सकते हैं ऐसा, मतलब why do they do it, to understand it.
तो मैम बहुत important and बड़ी topic को आपने touch कर लिया है. We will surely have a one session with the super experts on that. That why in spite of we hear this, right? पहले when we were kids we were told stranger से बात मत करो, स्कूल के बाहर अगर कोई अंकल आपको चॉकलेट देता है तो मत खाओ. And why it was told? Because for our safety. And अभी I have only worried is आज के जमाने के जो स्टूडेंट्स है, राइट, उनको हमारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस को भी फॉलो करना है कि स्ट्रेंजर से बात मत करो फिजिकली. उनके साथ देयर इज आल्सो द ऑनलाइन वाले, यार अननोन बंदर का फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट मत करो एंड ऑल अदर थिंग्स. बट स्टिल वी एंड अप डूइंग. देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ साइकोलॉजी एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पेपर्स मैम. वो थोड़ा बहुत ही डिटेल्ड है. वी विल श्योरली गो इनटू दैट, राइट? बट आई विल अगेन पुट अ क्वेश्चन, right? Avoid the people whom you don't know on the online world. Don't contact them. And also be very clear what all we are sharing there, right? Try to mask your phone numbers. A lot of these apps have a feature of masking your phone number so that they don't see. Mask your email IDs, mask your the personal accounts, so that the person doesn't access them. And don't share your photos or don't do the video calls or anything. It is not safe, friends. Outside world we all are good, but there is always a set of people who are waiting for this opportunity, and it is not very safe. It is why to go into all this, the stress and trauma to face and all other things. तो थोड़ा उसको अवॉइड कर लीजिएगा, राइट? एंड वी विल श्योरली हैव अ सेशन, राइट, how this can be minimized and what makes us to fall for this trap in spite of all these warnings from our elders and in the society and everything.
Correct. Correct. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And that reminds us that there is another workshop. We are doing a lot of workshop with experts, guys. So Sridhar has rightfully pointed out, please stay tuned for the next 3-4 days. It will end on the 14th, and we've got a lot of experts, school principals, experts who will be able to help you decode this entire cyberbullying thing. That brings us to the last, as we are also, coming closer to our end time, that brings us to the last candidate of today. Nikki, we'd like to hear your story. Thanks, Thoma. Thanks, Swati. Thanks, Nandini, for being so patient and kind in sharing your stories with the public for general good. Over to you, Nikki. What was your problem? Explain it briefly, and what did you do to overcome it?
Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir. I'm also a student of Vedantu, and I appreciate Thoma, Nandini, and Swati for coming forward and speaking about the problems they faced. So the problems that I faced was like 2, 3. So it started when I was in like 8th. It was the first time I was getting a tab and starting an account in Instagram and all. And it was very exciting because all my friends had Instagram accounts. And all of a sudden, I got a message. I think he was in mid 20s or late 20s. He started asking me what I do, where do I live, and everything. So I was someone who was new to social media platform, and I started panicking. I was completely lost. I didn't know what to do. And he was constantly messaging me, asking me where do I live, to send pictures, like they all said. And there was a girl who was like 4 years older than me. I took the screenshot and I sent it to her and said, I'm getting messages like this. What should I do? So she said, block him. And I didn't know how to block him. So she instructed me, and I did as she said and blocked him. He was also guessing my address. He was guessing everything correctly. And that's the time when I started panicking, when he started to guess everything correctly. So at that time, I was scared to say to my parents because I didn't know how they react, because I just I just chatted with a random person, a stranger. And one day I said to my parents, like, I faced a kind of issue, and they said, you have to share everything with us. Like, you shouldn't keep within yourself. You have to share it to us. Then only we can take action on it. And at that time, I was in abroad, and I did what that girl said. As she instructed, I blocked him. And after that, I started getting messages from various accounts, even from accounts. Maybe we see pictures of girls, but it may not be a girl. It will be a boy who is naming a girl name and faking an account. So I started to block everyone from where from like I had Facebook, I had Instagram, I had Messenger, and from this all platform I used to get messages, like numerous messages. So I started to block each and everyone. And after that, yeah, it was okay. Then like last year, I also faced a problem. I was in 12th, a boy in commerce. Like I didn't even saw him till now. I don't know who is he. He's in my school. So all of a sudden he started messaging me like, "Hi Nada, how are you?" And I thought like it may be one of my friend who is pranking me. So I asked, "Who is this?" So he said his name, and he said, "I'm your classmate, and I'm a science student, and he's a commerce student." So I said, "How you will be my classmate? You are a commerce student, and I'm a science student." So he started giving me explanation like, "I know this, and all." And I asked my friends, who my friends were also there in the commerce batch. So I started asking them, like, "Do you know a boy named this boy? Like a particular, like if we name the boy X." I started asking them about, do you know the boy named X? And they said, "Yeah." And I asked, "How is he? Is he good?" Or like, and before like I started asking this to them when he started to behave strangely. First, he just asked my name and I just ignored him completely. And I know that it made him like it hurted him or something, like made him mad or something like that. And he started constantly messaging me like, "Good morning, good night." Like sir told, "Good morning, good night. Have you had your lunch, dinner?" And whatsoever. Like even he started asking me to send notes. He's a commerce student and I'm a science student, and he's asking me to send physics, biology, chemistry. When I was completely blank, why he's asking this all of a sudden? And after a while, he's also started to flirt with me. And that point, I understood that his intention is not good. Like I'm like a kind of social butterfly in school. So like almost everyone know me. So I thought he's messaging me as a friend, but that was not his intention. His intention was something else. And I asked one of my friends in the commerce batch, and he told that he's not at all good. He's a complete flirt, and wherever he goes, he creates problems for their classmates as well. So I started. So I there was a group in our like we had a class group, and I went there and asked, "Who is this boy?" And that particular boy, was there in that group, and he messaged me, "Why you asked about me in the group?" And I was like, I didn't know who you were, and I just wanted to know who you are. And he was next to my class, like his class was next to my class. Even now I don't know who he is. And I just said to my mom and dad, like, "I'm facing this issue." And I showed my all the chats that he sent me. And at that, when he started to flirt and started to ask random questions and stupid questions, I just blocked him. And from there on, wherever, like I get numerous, like so many messages like, "Hi, how are you, good morning, that this," and I block each and every one. Even though like they are someone who there'll be some people who I know, but I used to get scared because of the first problems, and blocked each and every one. And even my friends, they are also going through this way. To be honest, ma'am and sir, I tried my level best to correct them, but they're not at all listening to me, and they're saying that I'm jealous because I don't have a friend, I don't have a boyfriend, I'm all alone. It's because I'm jealous of them, and that's why I'm saying them to just avoid it. Like my friend randomly got a message, and he said that he liked her, and I said, "Block him." Even I had experience like this. Block him, just don't even care, just block him. But she didn't listen to me. I was like really hurt because I went through this problem, and I didn't want that to happen to my friends. And I just asked them to block them from every platform, but they didn't block him. And also
But that's
he
fine, Nada. What I want, I mean, like Nikki, what I want you to do right now is, I also feel that being too kind is also not sometimes
Yeah.
very nice. See, you've blocked them. You've protected your own sanity. But after some time, it's so important to detach and remember the real reason why your parents are paying the fees is so that you can study and do something. Yes, you're their friend. Yes, you have to show concern and empathy, but yes, you also got to protect your own self from all these hassles. As a friend, as a guide to everybody who's watching us online and here also, to Thoma, Nandini, Nikki, and Swati, once, twice, thrice, maybe tell your friends. But after that, leave them to their own because they're not going to listen any which ways, even if you
Yeah,
tell them
after
100.
that I just
Yes.
left and I just stopped saying everything and I started to protect myself. Like I started
Exactly.
talking
And
everything as you
obviously, you
said.
have to remember that if you could be in 10th, 11th, 12th, you have a bigger goal. You're here to
Yeah.
make your career, you're here to get into a great college, you're here to make sure that you have, thriving life ahead because of your academic potential. And the biggest thing is that that's the reason you're so important. Number one, proud of you for protecting yourself. And number two, you've got to further protect yourself by staying away from all of these toxic elements. And I also feel one more point after that I'll move to Sridhar sir, and then we'll move towards the closing of the lecture, is instead of blocking so many times, once you feel that this particular app has become a nuisance, you're getting too many messages, I would rather tell you uninstall. It's okay.
Yeah, and uninstall everything.
Yes, exactly. What are your points on the same, Sridhar sir?
Ma'am, I think you said rightly right. Take it once, twice, or maximum thrice. I would also say don't extend anything more than a 2 days, right? If the person intention is not right, that can go very long, right? And as we have to focus on our study or anything, don't encourage it. It was a pure clear cut of stalking case. What Nikki was explaining here, right? He just got the number and he was talking and everything. तो यहाँ पे second day या maximum third day पे ही बंद करो. And as you rightly said, if we have to uninstall the app, let us uninstall the app for let us go underground on the app for few days or few months, rather than I would say wasting our crucial time when the time is
Correct.
required and our energy is required at the studies and all. Yeah, but I'm very happy, right? First thing is, I think couple of I would like to consolidate here, right? If you see in most of the cases, the parent has been the saviors. So that puts our thought and what we were also recommending here. So we have to reach out to someone. Best is the parent, right? If not, as I said, let's look for the right mentor or a angel who can support. Second is voice out here. I really want to tell is 50% of the cases doesn't get reported or discussed, and many of us think it is okay, koi mujhe abuse kar raha hai, someone is sending me some bad messages, someone is misusing my photo, or someone is misusing my name or my number. It's okay is what we think, right? That is not okay. We need to voice it out. We need to bring forward the issue what we are facing, so that one day we have to stop this, and we are working towards stopping that.
Correct.
And over next till 14th, and not only till 14th, right, we will continue doing the work around the child safety. We want every student in the online world to be safe, and Vedantu will do everything to make this happen. On our platform, you have any issue, right, with your peers, or something happens on inside the class or on our communication channels, you can just write a mail to report@vedantu.com, right? If something is happening outside the Vedantu, right, there is 8 numbers को आपको याद रखना है, 4 4 के 2 है. The first number is 1903. We can telecast this on the YouTube chat also. It is 1930, which is a cyber cell number. They will be very happy to help you there. The another number is 1098. I think we would have seen this number at many places. If you walk around railway stations, bus stand, airport, many places, you will see 1098,
Yes,
which is
109.
the child helpline number. In number pe, there are the well-trained experts who are there to help on any of the issues what the student will be facing. I'm repeating again, it is 1930 and 1098. दो number पे आप सभी भी कर लो. And if you're on Vedantu, just one mail at report@vedantu.com. We have a right team to ensure that all is safe for you, and we will continue working harder on this aspect of the child safety. And thank you, friends, coming forward there, and thank you, Vani Ma'am, for this whole session on the child safety.
Thank you so much, Sridhar sir. Especially those numbers, I've written them down on Biotonic, I will tell you the numbers here also. Super amazing guys. वेदांतु को तो एक मेल करना है, बाकी लोग एक नंबर भी 1098 याद रख लीजिए. At least tell them, confide. And like the ending statement, I would like to pick up from what Sridhar sir said, that find that one angel. And best will be if those angels are your parents. There cannot be anything better than that. So thank you so much everybody, especially Swati, Nikki, Nandini and Thoma for your courage, for coming and speaking out. And always remember, in the end guys, perpetrators, bullies are not strong. They are the weakest of them all. You have to stand up against them. The moment you stand up against them, the battle is anyways won. It's more of a mind game rather than a physical digital one. It's all a mind game. The moment you win it here, that you've not done anything wrong, आपने कुछ गलत नहीं किया है, and you find that courage which we all have, बस छुपा रहता है, उसको बाहर निकालने की जरूरत है. I remember one quote which I read long ago, that courage is not the absence of fear. डर तो लगता ही है. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the realization that something else is more important than fear. So your trust in yourself, your parents' trust in you, your journey जिसके लिए आप पढ़ने के लिए निकले हो, and what you will become is much more important than that momentary fear. उसको तोड़िए, बाहर निकलिए, and you will always find somebody other in Vedantu with you. So thank you so much everybody. With this, we'll end the session. Thanks Sridhar sir. Thanks Nandini, Nikki and Thoma and Swati. Yes. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye guys.